नमस्कार। छठे भारत अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान महोत्सव के समापन समारोह में आप सभी का बेहद स्वागत है। मैं आप सभी के साथ इस कार्यक्रम की सूत्रधार शुभदा कपिल। I feel privileged to welcome you all to the valedictory function of 6th India International Science Festival. IISF 2020 brings in an opportunity to demonstrate the strength and potential of Indian science and technology, not only to the people of India, but to the entire international community as well. Based on the philosophy of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, exhorts us to utilize Indian science and technology achievements for both Atmanirbhar Bharat and global welfare. Science for Self-Reliant India and Global Welfare has therefore been chosen as a focal theme of this year's IISF. आभासी मंच पर इस बार के आईएसएफ का आयोजन अपने आप में बेहद खास और बेहद अनोखा रहा। चाहे हम बात करें आभासी तौर पर विशेष आकर्षण के रूप में गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनने की या साइंस फिल्मों की, या बात करें विज्ञान चर्चाओं की या विज्ञान और कला के अनूठे संगम की, इस बार का आयोजन अपने आप में बेहद खास है। Once again, I welcome you all to the valedictory function of 6th India International Science Festival. हमारे लिए बार हर्ष का विषय है कि हमारे इस कार्यक्रम में माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति श्री एम वेंकैया नायडू जी का आगमन हो चुका है। सर, आपकी गरिमामय उपस्थिति से इस समारोह की गरिमा बढ़ी है। आपका हार्दिक अभिनंदन, बहुत बहुत स्वागत। कार्यक्रम को प्रारंभ करते हुए मैं आईआईएसएफ आयोजन के अध्यक्ष और वैज्ञानिक तथा औद्योगिक अनुसंधान परिषद के महानिदेशक डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे जी से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे अपना स्वागत संबोधन प्रस्तुत करें। डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे।
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan ji, Vigyan Bharati's National President, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar ji, all my fellow colleagues, secretaries of departments in Ministry of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Department of Health Research, all the science lovers around the world, on this auspicious occasion of Bhagavad Gita Jayanti and Christmas and the birthdays of Honorable Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, to this valedictory function of 6th India International Science Festival. Sir, we have celebrated this festival for the last 4 days. It was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, on the birthday of Srinivasa Ramanujan, that is 22nd December. It has been held with great fervor, it has been held with great enthusiasm, and more than 100,000 participants around the world participated in this particular festival. There were more than 41 events that took place, and I'm very pleased to announce here, sir, in your gracious presence, that 5 Guinness Book of World Records were made during the last 4 days. I'd like to congratulate all the people who participated in this, and we are looking forward to this particular valedictory function and address by Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji. Thank you all very much, and welcome to this function, all of you, for the valedictory function of the 6th India International Science Festival. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर। अब मैं अनुरोध करना चाहूंगी आईआईएसएफ की मुख्य समन्वयक और राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान प्रौद्योगिकी तथा विकास अध्ययन संस्थान की निदेशक डॉक्टर रंजना अग्रवाल जी से कि वे आईआईएसएफ पर आधारित अपनी रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत करें।
Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu ji, Chief Guest of valedictory function of the 6th India International Science Festival, Dr. Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, Director General CSIR, Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, President Vigyan Bharati, Shri Jayant Sahasrabuddhe ji, National Organizing Secretary Vigyan Bharati, Secretaries DST, DBT, Ministry of Earth Sciences, ICMR, members of Steering Committee, dignitaries, and all the science-loving delegates. A hearty welcome to the valedictory session of ISF 2020. As Chief Coordinator of ISF 2020, it is my privileged duty to present a brief report of the various activities happened over the 4 days from December 22 to 25. Since its inception in 2015, ISF is being organized by Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India with Vigyan Bharati, with a purpose to engage common people of the country to celebrate the achievements and advancements of India's science and technology and project it globally. The ISF has emerged as a unique platform for integration of science and people from the various strata of the society. This year, due to prevailing COVID-19 pandemic situation, large congregations are not possible. Therefore, it was envisioned by Honorable Minister Dr. Harshvardhan ji to organize ISF 2020 in a virtual environment with a hope to engage a much larger number of participants and stakeholders, not only from India, but also from abroad. With huge sense of satisfaction, I would like to submit that within a short span of 2 months, we have been able to organize this mega science festival in a new avatar, covering many more important and contemporary facets of STI. Under the 9 verticals, sustainable development and rural development, national and international linkages, science and humanities, inclusive development, science for masses, science for students, new frontiers, industry and MSME, 40 events were organized. 13 events, namely History of Indian Science, Science and Philosophy, Science and Performing Arts, Agri-Tech, Clean Air, Energy, Waste and Sanitation, Water, Biodiversity, Habitat, Rural and Urban, Science Diplomacy, Science Education in India, Games and Toys were introduced for the first time. The magnitude of ISF is very vast and it is very difficult to mention all. However, I would like to highlight certain points. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji graced the inaugural function of ISF 2020 on December 22. Honorable Union Ministers Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Shri Purushottam Rupala, Shri Rajkumar Singh, Shri Ratanlal Kataria, Shrimati Smriti Zubin Irani, Shri Shripad Nayak, Shri Nitin Jairam Gadkari, Shri Thawarchand Gehlot, Shri Narendra Singh Tomar, Shri Pratap Chandra Sarangi, Shri Prakash Javadekar, Shri Ashwini Kumar Chobe, Shri Sanjay Dhotre, Shri Mahendranath Pandey, Shri Mansukh L. Mandavia graced the inaugural and valedictory functions of various events. Other important dignitaries include governors, Dr. Sundara Rajan, Dr. Najma Heptullah, Shri Arif Mohammed Khan, Honorable Members of Parliament, Dr. Sonal Mansingh, Shri Vinay Sahasrabudhe, other state ministers and international diplomats from 7 countries, and sport personality Shri Gopi Chand Pullela also participated in the event. More than 250 experts, resource persons across the globe shared their views and guided many young and innovative students and researchers. I am pleased to share that more than 1 lakh, precisely 1,22,179 delegates registered on the portal and 1,11,249 participated in the event. More than 400 sessions conducted through 41 events and more than 1,000 international delegates from 81 countries covering 70% of the globe participated in ISF 2020. Mega Science and Technology Expo was prime attraction of ISF 2020, wherein more than 300 government departments and agencies showcased their achievements in S&T. More than 500 recognitions in the form of prizes, certificates, appreciations were given for the best paper, best poster, essay, debate, painting, quiz, models, film productions, etc. First time in the history of ISF, Vigyanika covered beyond the Hindi and English languages like Punjabi, Konkani, Gujarati, Assamese, Tamil, Marathi, Kannada, and Telugu through poem, science fiction, big book review, and book fair, etc. International Science Film Festival of India witnessed the participation of 634 films from 60 countries. Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji, Shri Shekhar Kapoor, and Mike Pandey, noted Bollywood dignitaries, interacted with the delegates. 5 Guinness records are created in ISF 2020, which is the record in itself when the ISF is concerned. As a pre-event activities pan-India, 88 curtain raisers, 68 outreach programs, and 4 Vigyan Yatras covering 138 organizations were organized. To make this mega festival successful, many organizations, institutions, and individuals from different strata of society have contributed in different capacity and with commitment. From the core of my heart, I extend my sincere gratitude. Without their support, ISF 2020 would not have been a success. All rich scientific content generated during ISF 2020 will be retained in the form of a digital portal, and also a detailed report will be shared with various departments with recommendations on how SNT can be leveraged to make India self-reliant and for global welfare. Thank you very much. And once again, I welcome our Honorable Vice President of India, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu ji. Namaskar.
धन्यवाद मैम। अब मैं अनुरोध करना चाहूंगी विज्ञान भारती के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर विजय पी भटकर जी से कि वो अपने विचार हमारे समक्ष रखें।
Honorable Vice President, sir, we all are very exhilarated and pleased and with sense of great fulfillment and satisfaction. I think we are now concluding this great, magnificent event that was ever organized for science and technology. Ranjana ji explained to us very high goals that were set out below Minister of Science and Technology, or Sciences, Health and Family Welfare. When he had put forth these goals, there was a big challenge before all of us. Shekhar Mandey ji, all the Secretaries of Science and Technology, all the organizations, Vigyan Bharati, how we will achieve this in kind of great constraints. But it has been, I think, the hallmark of India. Whenever great challenges were set out for all of science and technology, whenever there were denials, whenever there were high constraints, we always exceeded. We rose to the occasion and exceeded those, I think, to the missions that were to be accomplished. This has happened again and again. And we have seen this happening in this great event itself, the IISF, the 6th edition of IISF. Sir, we are very, very pleased. It's a great sense of satisfaction for all of us. Many people struggle. I think, as Ranjana ji explained, I think every time there was a great challenge, how it will be accomplished in the shortest possible time. People work day and night, and of course, they made it happen. This shows, of course, the great resilience and the confidence this country now has established in science and technology. And I think we have shown the glimpses of how self-reliant India would be, and it will not be for itself, but for its great, I think, the whole objective of this great nation for global welfare. We have been always praying for that, and that has been accomplished. So congratulations to sir, everybody who have worked day and night to make this event one of the largest events in science and technology, and that too taking place in a virtual mode, which I think very few people would have done. Many records were set, I think, and many records we were looking forward to. So I think we are very pleased to have you. I think your address again and again in extremely, I think, inspiring mode, and that's what we are now also looking forward to now. Thank you very much, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं अनुरोध करूंगी ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर फॉर साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी मिनिस्ट्री, अर्थ साइंसेज, हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर, डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन मैं अनुरोध करूंगी कि वो हमारे इस छठे भारत अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महोत्सव का बारे में अपने विचार हमें रखें, हमें मार्गदर्शन दें।
My respected elder brother, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Shri Vijay Bhatkar ji, Dr. Shekhar Mande ji, Dr. Anjana Agrawal ji, Jayant Sahasrabuddhe ji, distinguished members of the Indian science community, senior officials of the Government of India, ladies and gentlemen, and my very dear students. First of all, let me thank on behalf of the Indian scientists and our department, the Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji, who has been kind enough to grace our occasion. And we are privileged to have his blessings for the second time in our India International Science Festival. Sir, we remember with huge nostalgia your participation in our Science Festival in Chennai in 2017, when you had blessed the Indian scientific community with your words of wisdom. Today we are at the closing of the prestigious India International Science Festival. I launched its first iteration in 2015 with the vision of picking up the most significant advances in science and technology from our laboratories and reaching them to the common masses. Essentially, it was a means of science outreach. Idea was to rework the tried and tested approaches and make them unconventional and sometimes surprising. At the same time, the idea was also to rid the system of older assumptions about the importance of overemphasizing objectivity in science or of relying on professional mediators for conveying factual knowledge to under-informed audiences. We wanted to push in a huge amount of creative energy in finding new ways to link scientists and science watchers with audiences. The India International Science Festival has come a long way since its first avatar in 2015. Today it attracts global attention. It has become a one-of-its-kind science festival that is not restricted to just a few science programs intended for a specific section of the science community. It serves as a platform which draws representation from each and every section of the society, whether it be a farmer, an artisan, a villager, a scientist, or a policy maker. Participation of science enthusiasts from all corners of the world has made this festival truly unique and unmatched in its scope and reach. Through various thoughtfully planned events, IISF has been deepening engagement between science and our citizens. Activities such as hands-on demonstrations, lectures, panel discussions, debates, as well as cultural activities like science-themed theatrical performances have become a part of all editions of the festival, organized with a view to further inculcate scientific temper among our youth. IISF was envisioned as an annual event for the holistic celebration of our first and thriving science, technology, and innovation ecosystem. It is indeed a matter of great joy that with the active participation of students, teachers, scientists, innovators, and farmers, and even science and technology ministers, this festival has turned into a science movement. In his inaugural address at IISF 2020, our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji had said, "What is called science today becomes the technology of tomorrow and engineering solution later." He also emphasized that there are many challenges in our country like water scarcity, pollution, soil quality, food security, for which modern science has a solution. Since its first iteration, IISF has been demonstrating how science, technology, engineering, and mathematics can provide us with the solutions to address all the felt needs of our people and improve their lives. It is indeed a matter of great pride for me to look back and reflect on the exponential growth in the scale, size, and impact of IISF over the years. If we consider IISF 2015 as a humble beginning, all further editions have witnessed even more heightened successes and attracted huge attention from all stakeholders of the science community as well as the society. This year, the festival began on 22nd December, the birth anniversary of the world-renowned Indian mathematician Srinivas Ramanujan ji, and is culminating today on 25th December, the birth anniversary of our former Prime Minister, Bharat Ratna, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. I must admit that both are my heroes. Ramanujan ji was a man with no formal training in mathematics, and yet the world acknowledges his contributions to the theory of numbers, including pioneering discoveries of the properties of the partition function. On the other hand, Atalji was a great patron of science and had famously recoined the phrase Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan as Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Jai Vigyan. This year's theme for IISF was very relevant considering the entire planet Earth has been threatened by the COVID-19 pandemic. It has taken away 1.5 million lives and negatively impacted the lives of billions. In this hour of existential crisis for humankind, the most appropriate theme was chosen by the Indian scientific community: Science for Atmanirbhar Bharat and Global Welfare. In what has been an astounding response, more than 1 lakh science enthusiasts from India and abroad participated in this festival. It has showcased how our aim to establish an Atmanirbhar Bharat will be realized. And for this, we need to piggyback on science. Only science and technology can build a self-reliant India that empowers all its citizens and also contributes to global welfare. A total of 41 thoughtfully designed events under 9 broad verticals were held over the last 4 days. Many of my colleagues in the cabinet, honorable members of parliament, and dignitaries from foreign countries graced the events with their presence. I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude to all of them for helping us in making this virtual edition of the festival a grand success. In what has become an annual tradition for us, at every India International Science Festival, an attempt to attain Guinness World Record was also made, at IISF 2020. Among the 5 records we targeted this year, one involved simultaneous participation of 5,000 students making a light, shadow, and time device, while another included imparting lessons on nutrition and health to more than 35,000 students at the same time. There was another event in which as many as 30,000 students participated in an online hand hygiene lesson and activity. The fourth one was about wearing protective masks and taking an online oath by 30,000 students simultaneously. It gives me pleasure to note that we made it to all the Guinness World Records in all 5 of them. I must say the staggering success of India International Science Festival 2020 becomes even more special considering we are still living in pandemic times. IISF 2020 has once again showcased how science has the strength to break all barriers, overcome all odds, and help us in all our endeavors. It is a fitting reflection of the year that has passed by, 2020, a year I like to call the year of science. All through the year, every man on the road talked science. We needed testing, we needed tracing, we needed diagnostics, we needed therapeutics. These efforts have already paid off. New diagnostic tests can detect the virus within minutes. Massive open science data, sets of viral genomes, and COVID-19 cases have produced the most detailed picture yet of a new disease evolution. Vaccines are being developed with a record-breaking speed. SARS-CoV-2 will be one of the most thoroughly characterized of all pathogens, and the secrets it yields will deepen our understanding of other viruses, leaving the world better prepared to face the next pandemic. It has all been possible due to exemplary and collaborative efforts of scientists across the world. It has been an extraordinary level of sharing of science and its knowledge. Before concluding my speech, I would once again like to thank all the stakeholders of IISF 2020 for making this edition of the festival a runaway success and giving me the opportunity to address this spectacular audience. I must congratulate all the organizers from the Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Department of Biotechnology, CSIR, team from CSIR, NISTEDS, and Vigyan Bharati for their hard work and untiring efforts. Conducting panel discussions, poster presentations, competitions, live demonstrations on a virtual platform, and working day and night for turning the vision of this magnanimous virtual festival into a reality was really a daunting task. One they have executed with utmost perfection. Wishing the very best for all future editions of IISF, I am sure we will organize a much grander India International Science Festival in 2021, connecting even more people from and to science. Thank you once again, and wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a great year ahead. Once again, my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice President of India for giving us the blessings for this function.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। आपकी प्रेरणा से ही छठे आईआईएसएफ का ये स्वरूप हमारे सामने आ पाया है। अब मैं विनम्र निवेदन करूंगी हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी से कि वे अपने आशीर्वचनों से हमें कृतार्थ करें। माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी।
नमस्कार डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन जी, यूनियन मिनिस्टर, डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे, प्रोफेसर आशुतोष शर्मा, डॉक्टर रेणु स्वरूप, डॉक्टर एम राजीवन, डॉक्टर विजय बादकर, श्री जयंत सहस्रबुद्धे, डॉक्टर अंजना अग्रवाल, scientists, students from across the country who are all watching this program and participating in this program, and my dear sisters and brothers. First of all, happy Christmas to all the people of the country. I am very glad to be present with you virtually at the concluding session of the India International Science Festival. I would have been much more happy had it been actual, but it's not in our hands. Because of the pandemic, we have to go virtual. This conference is organized with a noble intent to further the scientific spirit among common people and to showcase India's scientific achievements. Many events were rigorously organized, as was explained earlier, over the past few days. It is heartening to note that this unique annual celebration of science avoided a break this year by utilizing the virtual format. I would like to congratulate CSIR, various ministries, and Vijnana Bharati for this outstanding success. I wish this event continued success in the future too. These 4 events, which were explained by the minister, by the secretary, and by the organizers, showcase the interest of the people, particularly the younger generation, in science, because science is for the betterment of the humanity. Science, technology, medicine, they are all for betterment of people's lives, to make the people's life more happy. It's not simply making people's life comfortable. You must make people's life more happy. The first is I would like to first appreciate and make people aware of what science and scientists are doing for us. Science is the lifeline of human progress. Hard-working scientists gave us many things, from a light bulb to aeroplane to vaccines that can fight deadly diseases. In fact, we are on the verge of releasing our own indigenous COVID vaccine. Today, the chairman of the Bharat Biotech and other scientists who are working, they met me and they have explained to me the progress they are making. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the Director General CCMB, Dr. Rakesh Sinha, and other senior scientists, to make me to understand what is happening on this front and the progress that is being made. Beginning with very few testing kits at the beginning of the pandemic, in a span of few months, we have developed cheaper and rapid diagnostics ventilators, and PPEs. Today, we are even able to export PPEs. That speaks about the capability of our country, scientists, our youngsters. It is in this context that people have to be made aware of scientific developments of the day and the work of the dedicated scientists. In my opinion, there is a second and more important purpose for this event. Science is not just about natural laws and the state-of-the-art technology. Science is also about the spirit of rational inquiry that can guide us in our lives. This is even recognized by our Constitution, which identifies the development of scientific temper as one of fundamental duties. If we imbibe this temper, we can apply scientific methodology to every endeavor of life and make informed decisions. The methodology is simple: inquire, investigate, reason, and satisfied accept. The pandemic has also reinforced the importance of a scientific temper in our lives. One of the major challenges in this has been prevalence of the epidemic, false information on the nature of this. Medication and vaccine caused panic and anxiety among the people. That's because of lack of information with confirmation and spread of the false information. It is not vaccine or drugs that can defeat the infodemic, but a rational outlook among the people. A citizenry that can think critically will be immune to such misinformation or fake news. This spirit of inquiry must be taken to the people. I commend the Indian International Science Festival for its efforts in this regard. India has a very ancient background in science. We had stalwarts in every field of science. We have Aryabhatta and Brahmagupta in mathematics, astronomy, Varaha Mihra, an astronomer, and Polymath and Susruta, who was a pioneer in surgery. Their discoveries were truly amazing and much ahead of their time. Even long before these pioneers, our Indus Valley civilization had such expertise in city planning and construction that was unheard of at the time and still puzzles modern mind. Even in the field of science, India's core philosophy has always been share and care. Our decimal system was borrowed by Arab traders, which later spread to medieval Europe. It is in the same spirit that we have not only become the pharmaceutical hub of the world, but we have been extensively sharing these life-saving drugs with the rest of the developing world. We believe in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one big family. We must work for not only our welfare, our country's welfare, but for the welfare of the humanity. That is perhaps why the great botanist, physicist, and the father of radio science, Jagdish Chandra Bose, never filed a single patent despite the many inventions and discoveries he made at the time. It's an understatement to say that India had a long glory of history of science and scientists, but it is appalling that we don't know our own rich history because we were not taught. We were under colonial rule. This should change. We must celebrate our scientific achievements, recognize our people excelling in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, be it in India or abroad, and encourage children to take up careers in science. India must be a world leader in scientific research once again. My dear brothers and sisters and youngsters, there is a need to inculcate scientific temper at a young age. Children have an inherent curiosity. How we channelize that curiosity is very important. If you encourage them to ask questions and think critically, they become confident, self-assured, and fearless for the rest of their lives. A confident generation means a confident nation. On the other hand, if you discourage them from asking questions and curtail their imagination, they'll forever be dependent on other solutions and remain unsure of themselves. That's why I suggest this to parents and educators. Don't push children to give answers. Instead, nudge them to ask questions. Children should be encouraged to do experiments, not merely read about them in a textbook. Students should be encouraged to discover rather than be told. Rote memorization should be discouraged. An important component to nurture inquisitiveness and kindle creativity in children is the innovative use of games and puzzles. Much more research should be done by designers and child psychologists in this area. I'm happy to notice an exclusive event on toys and games in this event. My dear sisters and brothers, science lays the path to progress and create material wealth for the country. If there's one thing that pandemic has taught us is that we need to invest and sustain research and development and strive to become self-reliant. Our space program is a sterling example of how self-reliance can be achieved. I'm happy that this conference has taken forward the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai's exhortation for Atmanirbhar Bharat through its theme, Science for Self-Reliant India and Global Welfare. To this extent, I also call upon the private sector to partner with various institutes to promote innovation in the country. We should also aim to first achieve self-reliance in critical sectors like electronics and defense. With the third largest startup ecosystem in the world, and nearly 10,000 technology-led startups, India has great potential to become Atmanirbhar in many sectors. We must encourage them. We must recognize them. We must motivate them. We must also recognize that fourth industrial revolution is underway, and we cannot afford to miss this opportunity this time. We must quickly capitalize on our demographic dividend, skill our youth, and ride this revolution to make our unique mark in the world of science. Brothers and sisters, before concluding, I would like to give 3 suggestions on how science and scientific thinking should progress in the coming years. First, we must increase the focus on science education. As I mentioned earlier, I am referring to both education in science, STEM, and in scientific thinking. We must encourage our children to pursue career in STEM, improve the quality of research in our institutes, increase R&D investments, and encourage diversity in the field. As regards scientific thinking, there is no quick fix, but to nurture critical thinking from a young age through revamped pedagogy. Secondly, sustainability should be an intrinsic part of scientific research. We cannot afford to look at sustainability and technology in silos. We need to go for holistic and interdisciplinary approach in science education that address ecological concerns. In this regard, I am pleased to see that many topics such as biodiversity, clean air, energy, waste and sanitation, and water have been highlighted in this conference. Thirdly, science and technology should address the pressing needs of common man. Otherwise, it has no meaning. Cutting-edge advancements like nanotechnology are strategically important. What is critical is recognizing micro innovations in agriculture, which is our basic culture, handicrafts, education, and health. For instance, a reliable low-cost water purifier could potentially save millions of lives. A resilient seed variety can benefit an entire farming community. As I said earlier, in the end, science has to make common man's life comfortable. Once again, I'm very happy to be here with you all today. The Indian International Science Festival, led by the Minister, Dr. Harshavardhan, is gradually developing into a mammoth exercise of public engagement in science. This is the need of the hour. I compliment the organizers for the success in the virtual format. They must utilize the learning from this format to host future events in mixed format. I wish ISF many more years of success in furthering the cause of science and scientific thought. My dear friends, in our eternal search for truth, let us imbibe the rigor of a scientist, the wisdom of our ancestors, and the inquisitiveness of a child. This is all the more relevant in the current times of the infodemic. I would like to conclude with a very popular Telugu poem from Sumati Satakam that espouses a timely message on the spirit of rational thinking. Vinadagu nevvaru cheppina విననంతనే వేగపడక వివరింపదగున్. That means, if translate, listen to anyone and everyone, but don't rush to conclusions right away. Analyze it and reason it out. That is the message of that Sumati Satakam. Friends, today also is the birthday of the great son of this great country, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and also the great educationalist, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya ji. We have Christmas, we have Atalji's birthday, and we have birthday of Madan Mohan Malaviya. We must take inspiration from these lives. The message from Christmas: peace, love, and affection. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention. So we must work for peace. Advancement of science is very useful in strengthening the peace. I would like to once again thank you all. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी। आपकी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति से इस कार्यक्रम की शोभा बढ़ी। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अब हम इस कार्यक्रम के अंत की ओर बढ़ चले हैं। रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी आदरणीय डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे जी से कि वो धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव ज्ञापित करें। डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे।
India. Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji. Sir, we are extremely grateful to you for having graced the occasion of the valedictory function of 6th India International Science Festival. Sir, through your advice, what you have just given us about human happiness through progress in science and working towards prosperity of the entire mankind is very valuable. And sir, will be always guided by what we have said today here at this particular valedictory function. On behalf of all of us, sir, we are very grateful to you for having agreed to grace the occasion and having addressed us today at the valedictory function. I would also like to thank Dr. Harshavardhan ji, who has stood by us in the entire difficult time of organizing this event online. When we undertook the task, it was a mammoth task and a great challenge, but Dr. Harshvardhanji has stood by us and guided us through the thick and thin of the entire process. I would like to thank Dr. Harshvardhanji on behalf of all of us. I thank Dr. Bhatkarji, who has been a mentor for all of us in this organization and guiding us through the design of the program and various different sessions and guiding us to the entire process of organization of 6th India International Science Festival. Thanks are also due to all my colleagues, secretaries of sister departments, all the scientists, colleagues, students, staffs of different national laboratories, faculties from different universities, and especially the entire CSIR NISAT team for having made this function successful. Thank you all who have joined us from all over the world for this valedictory function, and thank you for making this program very successful. Merry Christmas to all. Jai Hind.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति इस कार्यक्रम धन्यवाद कार्यक्रम में उपस्थिति के लिए। इसी के साथ नई आशा, नई उमंग, नई कल्पना को लेकर विज्ञान की इस यात्रा फिर हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। अगले वर्ष इसी उत्साह और इसी उमंग के साथ IISF की नई कल्पना को जन्म देंगे।